Yes, sir.
Now see, in the Saptarishis Stotra, Pralaya Payodhi Jale Dhritavaanasi Vedam Vihita Vahitra Chiritram Khedam Keshava Dhrita Mean Sharira, Mean Avatar. Next. Keshava Dhrita Kachhap Rupa. Third, Shukar Rupa. Then Narhari Rupa. Then Vaman Rupa. Bhrigupati Rupa. Raghupati Vesha, Lord Rama. Haldhar Rupa, Balrama, not Krishna.
Okay.
Balrama, Haldhar Rupa. Buddha Sharira. Then Kalki Sharira, Kalki Avatar will come. Very Krishna here. Because they teach Krishna as above. Krishna Astu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is not one of these 10 avatars. That is the Vaishnava. But in astrology, Krishna is known as Chandravanshi. That is well known, Chandravanshi. And Bhagavan Ram is Suryavanshi. In astrology we take it, that is there in Brihat Parashar Rura Shastra. But in Dasavatar Stotra of Jayadeva, a Vaishnava, he doesn't mention Krishna as one of the avatars. He mentions Haldhara Rupa. Balram was Haldhar, the elder brother of Krishna.
Sir, in Shri Rams Horoscope, I'm sorry I'm pushing you there once again and again. How do you see separation from children? How do you see that?
That's
and how do you see...
Very good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. Sorry, I had missed it. In Shri Rams Horoscope, very good point. Thank you, I missed it. 5th Lord and the 6th Lord are respecting each other. He had to fight with his own children.
Correct, correct.
They had gone away. Ram did not know they were love and kush. It comes toward the end. When Lakshman is defeated, becomes unconscious and all that. At that stage when Rama and Lord Kush are facing each other, Valmiki comes and says, look here, he is your father, you are still. They reconcile. Later when he decides to take Jal Samadhi, he hands over his kingdom, and the kingdom and to the children of other, the entire country is divided. Love ruled the area known as Lahore. Lahore is given by love. Kush was in charge of Mathura. Like that, other children of Rama, they were ruling other parts of the country.
But there were, I'm so sorry, there were only 2 children of Rama, right?
Yes, Love and Kush. So Kush was in charge of Mathura region. Love was in charge of Lahore. Lahore is named after Love. Lahore.
I did not know that.
Right? Now you go to Guru Govind's work, the 10th Guru of Sikhs. That is, you will see in some Gurudwaras, you can get it from, I had got it in 1978 from Amritsar. There he describes all the Sikh Gurus are descendants of Rama. Very clearly. He was a Kshatriya, Guru Nanak, don't forget that. All the Gurus are descendants of Love and Kusha. Clearly described. Who from Lava, who from Kusha, that is also described. Guru Govind Singh says that, not you and I. But now unfortunately after this, all the Akali movement and the terrorists etc., people don't quote it openly. They do not quote it openly. Now remember this. In Asadi War, what does Guru Nanak say? Ekam Krishnam Sarvadeva Dev Devata Atman. There is only one Krishna, and the Dev Devata Atma is the Atma of all gods. Krishna Astu Bhagavan Swayam. Atma Vasudevasya जे को जाने हुए नानक ताका दास है सोई निरंजन देव. We know Krishna Devaki Nanda. Anyone who understands this, I am his servant. Lord Nanak says, Guru Nanak says in Asadi War. But now we don't quote it openly, because of this, all the political troubles. But that is well known.
Sir, coming to Shri Rams Horoscope, the biggest entry point, in today's this thing also, if you see, it is Shri Hanuman. How do you see that friendship, that devotee guru shishya relationship? That how do you see that here? I mean, it's such a huge thing. I am unable to.
Fifth and ninth Lord.
That's it.
Guru Shishya.
That's it. And Shri Hanuman being an avatar.
Well, there is some horoscope of Hanuman circulated somewhere. I don't know. I have not used it. I have seen somewhere.
Okay.
But there are, I will not discuss it, very clear points in horoscopes when there will be Guru Droha, when there will be Guru Bhakti.
Saturn aspecting Jupiter, Guru Droha?
I will not say that. I will not discuss it.
Okay.
Very clearly you can see that.
I think in one of your articles you have mentioned
I
the
have
point.
given one hint somewhere.
Yes,
that's all.
you have.
But I will not discuss it. There are many combinations for Guru Droha and Guru Bhakti.
Okay.
Okay.
Guru Bhakti, if you can say something, sir.
Fifth and ninth Lord.
Combination. Sir, how do you see Ravan in this? The biggest.
I can't see Ravan here. How can I see?
the thing about the enemy being such a great enemy, how do you explain it? And
Seventh Lord exalted.
but isn't enemy sixth house, sir?
Enemy is sixth house is also exalted, but seventh Lord is the adversary. In Prashna Kundli.
Yeah, Prashna and mundane, I think so. They take.
What? It is exalted. Sixth Lord and fifth Lord aspecting each other is the fight with his own son in a battle. That happened, seventh house.
Okay. Sir, with Ketu in the 12th, we've discussed Rahu Kodanda. Ketu in.
Spiritually always good.
But, sir, I'm asking a very basic question because this interview, people from younger in astrology to older in astrology will see. So, guidance is always helpful. Here, Rahu and Ketu are debilitated.
I will not take it as point of debilitation. You see, many people have interpreted this as debilitation, taking some hint from Parashara. Unfortunately, there is no expurgated edition of Parashara which we can accept as authentic. In the case of Ramayana, Mahabharata and some Puranas, Bhandarkar Institute in Pune has expurgated them. And expurgated edition is available. What must have happened over a period of centuries is people inserted their own shlokas. Valmiki Ramayana originally had 24,000 shlokas. Now so many other shlokas. So interpolations are there. Bhandarkar Institute then has a great work in the case of Ramayana, Mahabharata, etc. Big scholars, Sanskrit scholars quote only Bhandarkar, not Valmiki Ramayana of Gita plus Gorukar, which I will quote. I requested Human Affairs Ministry in the earlier regime which was there to have a team of Sanskrit scholars to produce an expurgated edition of Brihat Parashar Horasha, which was not done. So which one is authentic? I really don't know. I discussed it in 2003. First statistical research we have produced was Simhastha Brihaspati. I will let an article sent to you because again that controversy will come up now.
Right, no, it will come.
Eh?
Yeah, I know you have published a semi-book also on that, Jupiter in Leo.
I'll quoting from that book and article. I'll send an article to you very soon. Because the people have started saying, I received letters from America. People want to marry their children. They say no muhurta will be available for 1 year. After Jupiter enters, I said that is nonsense. We have examined 46 horoscopes. Shatrugna Sinha was married in Simhastha Brihaspati. Rajiv Gandhi was married in Simhastha Brihaspati. L.M. Singhvi, famous jurist, father of this Singhvi, he was married in Simhastha Brihaspati. I have many famous instances, but I cannot give all their names. Then we have from our data so many other horoscopes. 30 years, 40 years, 50 years of marriage. I have given the statistical breakup also, I will show you. Okay.
Sir, Ketu in the 12th house, they say is good for spirituality. But for marriage life, they say the first 3 years can go bad.
It need not say 3 years or 4 years. Ketu in the 12th house is spoiling blood pressure. That's all.
Which you can see
marriage
in this,
is for sex.
Yeah, correct. Which in this horoscope you can see Vanvas.
Yes.
So that royal life is gone.
Yes.
How would you, dasha of this, if you were to make a guess.
No, I can't make this as. Born in Jupiter Dasha, it is Punarvasu Nakshatra. The balance will be 2-3 years perhaps, last year, 4th quarter. You cannot apply Vinchotri Dasha to an avatar of Treta Yuga. Vinchotri Dasha is for Kali Yuga. We don't know what are the applying there, we don't know. So as I said, we can't go into those details. We accept it with respect, with veneration.
Sir, in your readings, have you been able to find out from Ramayana which year of birth he got married? 24th year, 16th year, whatever. Have you been able to find all that events?
It is there, but I have to do a lot of work. It is mentioned here and there.
What is the most striking yoga in this horoscope, sir? Most striking yoga for you?
Jupiter, Moon aspected by Mars and Saturn. That explains the whole life. Father's ugly death, separation from wife, a terrible enemy, Ravan, kidnapping of wife, 12th Lord aspect in the 7th house, 7th Lord.
Achha.
Whenever any kidnap takes place, the 12th Lord's role has to be there.
Achha.
But how can I apply Dasha here?
Yeah. And the kidnapped person to come back, Lagna and 7th Lord should...
There is a very interesting story in the Valmiki Ramayana. Jatayu was the last man who tried to resist, who fought with Ravana. He was injured, his wings were cut off, he was lying there. When Lord Rama goes there, he sees Jatayu. Jatayu says, I was waiting for you before dying. Ravana has kidnapped Sita in Binda Muhurta. The word he uses is Binda Muhurta. Binda Muhurta is not available in any modern Muhurta books. And in Binda Muhurta, whatever is lost is regained. He gives a prediction. There is astrology there. Jatayu gives that prediction to Rama before dying. What is Binda Muhurta? You can't find in any modern Muhurta books. हम सबको क्या?
Yes, sir.
I will repeat what I had said when I was discussing the horoscope of Lord Rama. There is a story of Tolstoy. Two boys were quarreling and a book was lying on the road. An old man was walking. He went and stopped them. He took up the book and asked the boys what were they doing. One boy said, "It's my book," the other boy said, "It is my book." Right? Tolstoy asked one boy, "Do you know how to read?" He said no. He was illiterate. He asked the other boy, he said, "Do you know how to read?" He said no. Both were illiterate boys fighting over the possession of a book. When we discuss the horoscopes of avatars, what you get from any tradition is what you have to accept. You are otherwise like that illiterate boy discussing the horoscope, because Lord Rama has not appeared before me, or Lord Krishna has not appeared before me to say this is my correct horoscope. So when I am discussing, naturally there will be controversies. In spite of those controversies, I start with this admission that I am ignorant, but I am using the horoscope given by my yogi guru Bhaskaranandji, and I have not met anyone in my entire life. I have lived on all parts of the country who knew esoteric astrology as he alone knew. He was fantastic. That I have seen personally. First, starting with, I had written somewhere in some article, Lord Krishna and Lord Rama both were born in Abhijit Muhurta. Abhijit Muhurta is known as Dosha Shunni Muhurta, that is blemishless Muhurta. Right? Navami Tithi Madhumas Punita Shukala Pak Abhijit Hari Prita. Tulsidas said, day, midday, Abhijit is well known to all the people. Midnight it is Abhijit, many people do not know. It is not given in any Muhurta book. When I wrote Indian independence was taken on Abhijit Muhurta at midnight, some people objected. In the internet also someone created a big controversy. Because Mr. Rao has so many following, he can write whatever he likes, it is not mentioned in any Abhijit Muhurta. Now, I didn't answer that. Now see this from Harivansha Purana. Devakya Janayad Vishnum Yashoda Tam Tu Darikam Muhurte Abhijita Prapte Sarza Ratre Vibhushite. Very clearly Harivansh Puran says Lord Krishna was born from Devaki when it was a beautiful Abhijit Muhurta. Many people don't know there is an Abhijit Muhurta at night also, because it is not mentioned in any Muhurta books. But it is there in Harivansh Puran. I know this, I have known it. And therefore I said Abhijit Muhurta. My Jyotish Guru had also told me it is Abhijit Muhurta both in the case of Rama and the case of Krishna. First, try to understand. Now when I come to the horoscope of Lord Krishna, it will be more controversial. Krishna Astu Bhagavan Swayam. In the case of Rama, there is a clearly mentioned in Valmiki Ramayana, 5 planets were in own house and Ucha house. So 4 planets exalted, 1 in his own house. In the case of Krishna, it is not mentioned. By my Jyotish Guru very clearly said, in the case of Krishna, 5 planets in their own house, in exalted, and 1 in your own house. In the case of Krishna. Now here, Moon is exalted, Jupiter is exalted, Mercury is exalted, Saturn is exalted, Mars is exalted, and Sun is in his own house. 5 planets, Moon 1, Jupiter 2, Mercury 3, Saturn 4, Mars 5, exalted, and Sun in his own house. Number 1. Number 2, traditionally, we all celebrate Janmashtami when Ashad Krishna Astami. Ashad Mas. Ashad Mas sun is in Leo, Simha Rashi. Now you have to correlate astrometeorology with this description of Ashad Astami. When sun is 6 degrees 40 minutes in Mithuna, our monsoon season in northern India starts. Ardra Nakshatra. The first rainfall that comes quenches the thirst of the parched earth. All the heat on the earth is gone. That is absorbed here. That is the rainfall of sun in Mithuna. When sun enters Karka, now it is Shravan Mas. All over there is greenery. Beautiful trees grow up. And the water that now falls goes underground, and underground water table rises. When sun enters Simha, the water now that falls causes flood. People don't remember this elementary principle of astrometeorology. Lord Krishna was born when it was raining heavily and Jamuna was in floods. Lord Krishna was born, and right from the day of his birth, miracles started taking place. He was born, and Vasudeva got an Akashvani, celestial voice, take the child away and exchange it with child of Yashoda, male child. 8th child, 7 were killed from Devaki's womb. Krishna knew there was a prophecy that the child born from the womb of Devaki will be the cause of your death. So he arrested his own sister and brother-in-law, put them in a jail. And whenever he heard that she was pregnant, Devaki, she was about to deliver, he got the child killed. On the day Krishna was born, everyone in the jail became unconscious. The jail gates suddenly opened, and Vasudeva takes Krishna in a basket, has to cross Jamuna. Jamuna is in floods. That is the description. Then again an Akashvani comes. Jamuna waters are rising. They will not give you way to take this child across unless you lower the basket, and now the Jamuna water should touch the feet of the Lord. So he lowers the basket. Jamuna waters come and touch. Then Jamuna gives way and he walks through, wading through the river. Goes, exchanges the baby. There is a girl there. He brings the girl, leaves Krishna with Yashoda. Again the jail, they are all unconscious. Gates are open, he enters. Then they become conscious and the gate closes all by itself. It's all a miracle. From the day he was born, miracles are taking place.
How do you see this miracle in the horoscope, sir?
Instead of miracle, I say 5 exalted planets and 1 in his own house. Right? That is enough to say. So my Jyotish Guru said, accept only this. 5 exalted in the case of Krishna and 1 in his own house. He gave me this horoscope.
Sir, is there a way, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but I got a hint when you were telling me about the rainfall part from Mithuna, this I got it. Is there a way, like in Prashna there is, but is there a way to see when a child is born, what will be the circumstances around his birth? Can you teach us that, sir, from this horoscope?
Not from this horoscope, but if you do it along with this astrometeorology. When I disclose my method of predicting the birth of a child in my Chardasha book, I revealed a secret which had reached a conclusion in 1987. The first prediction I gave was to a woman working under me, daughter of the late Mr. R. N. Vashisht, who was one of the teachers who taught Mr. Bisari and others. When I had come on transfer from Orissa, it's a food audit. She was working under me. We were only two I&D officers. One day she came and very shyly told me, "Sir, my father praises you so much. I have been married for so many years, but I had no child." I said, "All right, give me your horoscope and your husband's horoscope." I took them. I worked it. Her name was Amita. I called her next day. I said, "Look here, get your husband and yourself medically tested. I don't see any defect in you. I see some slight curable defect in your husband." It's a matter of ego. The husband would not agree. I said, "Persuade him." Few days after, she said, "Yes, medically there was some defect and doctors gave him medicine. It's okay." That was the year 1986. 1987, she had to produce an important report which I, as the head of the office, has to sign and send to CG's office. I used to remind her after another 10-15 days. One day she said, "Sir, everyone says you are a very reasonable boss. People are very happy to work under you. But every 15 days you keep reminding me." I said, "Amita, I am not torturing you. Why I am telling this is, you will apply for maternity home and go, and I will have to complete the report."
Too good.
Yes. She shyly said, "Yes, sir, I am pregnant." I said, "Wait." I opened my ephemeris. I said, "You are 3 months pregnancy." She said, "Yes."
Oh my God. So she did not, I'm sorry, but she should have been the first person to come and tell you your prediction.
But anyway, she was waiting quietly because
in India, yeah, we hold on till 3
Yes.
months. Yeah, in India, that's the tradition.
she said, "Yes, sir." So I said, "That is why I am reminding you." But anyway, she never completed the report and applied for maternity home. I had to do the report. So when she applied, I said, "Okay, you go. On the day your child is born, there will be heavy torrential downpour." Remember this. Sun was in Leo. Heavy torrential downpour. Your husband and father will find it difficult to reach the maternity home easily. I am telling you. That was on 28th of August 1987. Heavy rainfall in Delhi. I don't remember how many millimeters. Terrible it was. Then her father asked me, "How did you see that?" I said, "This, I have researched, leave it here." I disclosed it only last year in my book, first time. That's research of mine. I have tested in so many. Right? So, if you work along with mundane astrometeorology, you know what will be taking place when your child will be born. There will be disturbance, there will be rainfall, you can always see that. You have to combine so many things. Not from this horoscope alone, but from the combination of mundane astrology, astrometeorology, and the possible horoscope of the child, date of birth. You can predict this will be the condition around. Right? In the case of Lord Krishna, it was raining torrentially, Jamuna was in floods. Is the description given in all book, particularly Srimad Bhagavatam, that is the main source for me. In the case of Lord Rama, I depend on Valmiki Ramayana. In the case of Lord Krishna, I go by Srimad Bhagavatam mainly, then Harivansh Puran, then also this Krishna Khand, kaun sa Puran hai wo? Brahma Vaivarta Puran. Right? Okay. So he was born on a rainy day, midnight in Abhijit Muhurta, and many people who on the internet criticized me. Yes, Mr. Rao blindly uses the word Abhijit Muhurta, should have known. It is given in Harivansh Puran. When I discuss these things, I always have an authority. First I refer to that. I don't do it blindly like other astrologers. Someone discussed the horoscope of Christ, giving Dashamansha also, when no one knows what is the date of Christ. Right? I don't do that blindly.
Even after knowing the date, the time will always be changing. How can you arrive at a Dashamsha Lagna?
But
An
anyway,
absolute- that's
that
like
happens.
fooling foreigners or.
And an American astrologer told me, your Indian astrologer has done it. I said, don't ask me because I have not done it. You ask the man who has done it. Don't ask me. So anyway, this one. Now, here my Jyotish Guru said, accept only this. So I am accepting only this. The difference between this horoscope and other horoscopes given by so many people in other traditions is, they give Saturn there in Vrishchika. I here give Saturn in Tula exalted. They give Jupiter in Meena, which is totally wrong. I'll go and tell you. Jupiter is in third house exalted in Karka. I'll first start. I'll give many arguments about Jupiter later. First I am starting with one argument. Why Jupiter has to be here. A research of ours produced in Journal of Astrology long ago. 11th Lord in the third or the third Lord in the 11th makes you the youngest or the eldest. Right?
Correct, sir.
And the children born before you have to see it from the 11th house. Whether they have survived or whether they are dead. You know very well all the 7 children born to Yashoda before Krishna was born. Krishna was the 8th. 7 of them were killed by Ravana. Kansa. Kansa. Who is the 11th Lord here?
Jupiter.
In the third house. He is the youngest, Krishna, number 2. 11th Lord has the double affliction of Saturn and Mars. All the children born above are killed. Double affliction. So Jupiter has to be here.
How do you see, sir, the number of siblings that were before him who died? How do you see the number?
No,
from Rashi?
number is seen in a different way. Many ways you have to count the Dashamantra, you have to see the degrees, so many ways.
Not the Drishkon?
Drishkon, of course, you have to see so many, but that's a different subject. Here we know 7 were killed, and we know 11th Lord is doubly afflicted by Saturn and Mars. So Jupiter has to be here. Argument number 1. Why Jupiter has to be? I will come later. Why Jupiter has to be here?
Again.
Some subsequent argument I will give you. Then, Moon in his own house, Rohini Nakshatra, that is all described everywhere.
Moon exalted.
Exalted in his own house. Venus and Sun in the 4th house, no one disputes. Sun in the 4th house, Venus also. Mercury 5th house in his own house, exalted only. Why Mercury must be only here and nowhere else, I will come later when we talk about Bhagavad Gita. Mercury has to be here.
Saturn, Rahu in the 6th.
I will come to that. Kaun hai? Huh?
Yeah, actually.
Huh?